Hey guys, what's going on? This is Carlos, CEO of G.A.R Capital. Welcome aboard to our, I guess, first live video in a long time. So it's been a while, and I apologize again. It's just been wild the last 2 weeks. I've been moving and everything into a new place from Miami. So I apologize, but now I'm all settled in, all good, ready to rock. So it's no secret, it's been kind of wild the last couple of weeks, and it's really just been an issue with just the moving and everything. It's hard to stay focused when you got a ton of stuff going on, but at least that's done with. I'm not gonna move again for a long time, so I'm kind of happy about that. So missed you yesterday. I know. I was out. I was out yesterday. I had to turn in my keys from my last place. A little soda in me. All right, so I'll have Nick join on here in a second. Let me see if I can get him on. Let me go ahead and get Nick. We can add him on. So let's jump in on now. This is our VP of Options, Nick DiGiacomo. He'll be jumping on here in a second.
Hey,
Hey, Nicky, what's up?
talk
How's it
to me.
going over there in Miami Beach?
Good, man. Good. Beautiful day here. Beautiful.
Yeah,
What's
yeah,
going
yeah.
on?
Oh man, it feels good. It feels good that I'm done. No more moving. I'm
Yep.
set. I got everything I need, and I'm very, very pleased. I actually turn in more keys. I'm done. I don't have to worry about that stuff anymore, thankfully. And now I can focus 100%. What a concept, right?
I know. I know.
Hey, but you
It
know
was
what?
tough.
It's been I think it's no secret that, with everything being said, we know that it's been a rough, I'd say rough, but I mean, definitely not what we're used to the last couple of weeks. So, this is the thing, when in options trading, that's something I kind of want to talk about with our services. And we've had a lot of questions that we want to kind of discuss here. So, we know that everyone's home at home quarantining or whatever, whatever. So you're home, so you're probably thinking to yourself, man, what can I do to generate some income? You're probably thinking to yourself, oh, I'll give day trading a chance. Let me be completely honest with you guys. Our signal group is really not for beginners. It's a little more, you have to be knowing what you're doing. And it's not meant for teaching. The student teaching chat, that's a whole different ballgame, yeah. But our signal group is, the assumption is you know what you're doing. So if you join, at least have some demo training under your belt, know what you're doing. I'm not saying you have to take our classes. No, this is not a sales pitch. I want you guys to understand, everyone who's watching, all of the 153 people that are watching right now, that we just don't want to take your money and run. This is why we have the refund policy. We want you guys to understand that this is not an easy industry to jump into.
Right.
This is just some guy on the street that just, hey, pick this, pick that. No, this is very difficult, and it takes a lot of practice, and it takes a lot of research and trading plan. And with the trading plan, guys, if you keep changing it based on market movement, then you don't really have a plan. You got to stick to the plan. Even sometimes it doesn't work because just the way it is. The market doesn't care what we think, right, Nick? We know the drill.
That's true.
And I think we had like a 74% week, and again, pretty much flat on the 10K challenge. Again, I traded with you guys. I shouldn't have traded the Apple, and I didn't close it, but I'm still holding it. The Apple 300 calls for Friday, but I think we'll hit anyways. I think Monday we'll get a relief rally, but I just want to kind of go over this first, and then you and I can talk market talk. But yeah, so everyone who joins, I don't want you guys just joining, thinking yourself this is easy, because it's not. It's very difficult. So we understand that. This is why we have the 30-day money back policy. So if this is not for you, we get it. The only thing we tend to request people is that to understand this isn't gambling. This isn't just throwing darts on a board. You have to be very careful what you do. So you have to understand that, when you're doing this, you're trading against professionals all over the world. And if you mess up, there's money involved. This isn't monopoly money. We trade our own money. Nick trades his own money. I trade my own money. So, don't expect YOLO calls. Don't expect, just these high risk trades every single second. Don't overtrade. Again, these are the rules that we place, and this is what we do. We've been doing this for years, and we've seen every market you could think of. If you traded this market and this tape, guys, this is expert level, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Great.
the good news is that it gets easier after this, right? We're not going to have another COVID. Right? Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
But I mean, for the most part, I just don't want people to start jumping in and joining us thinking that this is easy, because it's not. And we understand that. We totally understand that. There's people who jumped in and they're like, "This is not what I expected. This is actually hard." And we're like, totally understand, and we refunded their money, and we left as friends. We have no animosity to anybody who doesn't want to trade with us or who doesn't dislike us or dislikes us. That's fine. We get it. We understand our trading method is not for everybody. Our trading method doesn't have, everyone's not a fan. We understand, but this is what we do. And we eat, drink, and breathe markets every day. This is all we talk about on a daily basis. And this is all we do. So we don't have any other jobs. This is our job. This is our life. So, if we fuck up, it's public, guys. So if you notice, I post our losses. So you guys can understand that, this isn't easy, that we get it wrong. And yeah, we had a great March, great first 2 weeks of April. Last 2 weeks of April have been rough. But guess what, guys? Rough patches happen. That's just the reality. If you think this is easy, don't even step to the door. If you're gonna be emotional, then don't step into the door. I highly recommend just buy stocks and hold them. That's your best bet. So with that being said, just don't jump in. Even if you don't join our group, if you join other groups or whatever, just understand, have your correct assumptions. Expectations, settle your expectations. This isn't get rich. We don't put Lambos on our page. We don't put Rolexes on our page or anything crazy. We're just trading, and we want to teach you guys and help you guys. So, how can I help individuals here? Well, I'm going to do more YouTube videos in the morning. Now, I haven't been able to do that before because of what's going on, me moving. So every morning, 9 a.m., I'll do a YouTube video. I even added a chat room with our Discord members for premium and students. What is it called, Nick? I forget. It's
What, the
it's
radio?
G.A.R News channel.
Oh, the
So
news
I actually
channel.
kind of teach and talk economics with everybody. And yeah, so I mean, I'm gonna start doing more. Maybe I'll give some more freebies out if I get a chance. Probably some more charting. But the G.A.R News channel, what's great about it is that I get to put charts without any kind of backspeak or any kind of talk. It's just read only. I'm gonna post stuff like that. I'm gonna talk about what we see on a daily basis and kind of see what the market see. I'm gonna start putting up levels. What happens with the chats, guys, is the problem is that you get lost. It's a lot of people. We have a lot of people on there. We get it. Everyone gets excited. They want to post stuff. And trust me, after 4 p.m., I'll bullshit with y'all. I'll mess around with y'all. But when it comes from 9:30 to 4, it's all business, baby. It's all money talk. So, I don't want you to think that I don't care. I do. But my goal is to, get you guys profit and get you guys the right trades. Doesn't mean throw 100 trades on the board just because you're bored. It's the fact of getting it right. So, the G.A.R News channel is a new part of the premium and student group, and it's no additional cost. It's just a way for us to talk to you guys, members, directly, and give you guys the kind of the news you want to read, the most important stuff. And of course, for everyone else, the G.A.R Capital Twitter, always we give you guys all the news. Instagram, I apologize again. I haven't been posting as much. Friday was out, but again, I ain't going anywhere else. So, I'm here. So I'm going to be doing YouTube 9 a.m. every day with you guys, morning note, maybe 5 to 10 minutes, talk about markets, ask your questions, talk charts, fine.
Yeah, we got to mark the questions.
Yeah, no, we're going to get to the question and answer, I promise. We're going to answer them. And yeah, I just kind of want to talk about the service and what we do so, people don't get confused. So again, we want to make sure that people have temper their expectations. So at the end of the day. And yeah, G.A.R News channel, I'm very excited about that. So again, I'll be doing more IG lives with Nick. We'll do more together if he gets a chance to join in. He has a lot of classes he teaches. And then me, I'm doing other things as well. So again, I just want to kind of go over that housekeeping thing. The 10K challenge, I missed the Apple exit. But I'm still holding it, so no worries. Even if it messes up, fine. I'm still up year to date on the 10K challenge, about 31%. So how you like that?
You started that a month ago. So to put that in perspective, what, 2 months ago? So I mean,
March 11th.
Yeah, so
2 months ago, about a 30% rise. I know. And the thing is that the reason I did 10K challenge, sure, guys, I could put 100,000 into a trading account, and then I grow it to what, 300,000 or something like that, or to 130,000. What difference does that make to you? Not really much. I think 10,000 seems to be the right, nice number where you can use 1 to 4%. Because if I start put big money up and I start putting, I made $10,000 in this trade, what is that going to do for the followers? They're going to start going all in. I don't want that. I want them to see the small gains consistently over time, not all in casino shit. So whatever.
Right.
So okay, enough about that.
The new people too, you have to understand. Of course, the personal accounts, but you have to understand. Think about it. If you're just starting out, you don't want to start with a lot of money anyway, right? So if you follow the challenge that we do, it's consistent. It's not like we're posting a spreadsheet. This is the brokerage statement.
Yeah, this is the P&L.
So it's there. I mean, you can see it. Just follow it consistently. Don't deviate from that, and don't do your own trades. If you're going to do your own stuff and you're learning, go very light or do demo to practice your theory or whatever you're trying to do. And if you're a student, you can always ask us, of course, always, for advice, whatever.
Sure, of course. That's what the chat room's for, ask questions, but again, you have to at us, so we have to see it. All right, so enough about the housekeeping talk. That's boring. I know everyone wants to talk markets, so let's go and talk about it. I missed Friday, so I'm just really just catching up, and I saw ES drop. I saw Tesla. I guess Elon lost his mind, in a sense, right?
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe somebody said he got hacked or something. I don't know.
It could be hacked, but who knows? He's a wild man. I'm a Tesla holder, so I lost 10% on that stock. I haven't added anything, so it doesn't really matter to me. I was out, so I mean,
a month ago,
I've always said, what?
A month ago was what, 350 the stock, right?
Yeah, I mean, okay, let's kind of break this down the market, right? We kind of called the bottom. I think everyone knows that we called that 2300 was that buy level. If you listen to us on IG Live and you listen to us on our Instagram post, we said, hey, 2300 is the time to buy this stock market. And we were right. And we've been writing it up. Now you're probably thinking to yourself, sell in May and go away, right? That's kind of the new thing, sell in May and go away.
Yep.
No. No, I don't believe that at all. I don't think that we're going to go ahead and retest the lows at all. If I look at ES right now on my screen, I'm going to go ahead and bring it up. I would say that 2786 is their next retracement level. I would say the lows we may get into. Go ahead. You said something?
I was going to say maybe 2630. Maybe we go there, or I would say your support level 2200. You could pull the trigger. It's a very pricey stock, as you know, the kind of the sticker price. So you can always buy QQQ or SPY-G for looking at it long term. I've been buying gold as well. I bought some gold coins. I bought a platinum coin. But right now, I wouldn't really change my investing approach because of one day. I mean, we really had a really good run in April and toward the tail end of March. So don't really think that, oh, the world's going to end. It's not going to end, guys. I mean, you had one day. I mean, you tapped out at 2965. I thought we were going to get to 3,000. I thought that was kind of a resistance. We were about there. Close.
But then now we got to 2817. Say what?
You can see it on the daily. We hit it.
Yeah.
We hit it. And then look, and then he comes out with the tariff news. So
basically like to the T. Yeah, right around 2930-ish. We were near the 100-day moving average on the daily on E-mini futures, and there you go, your flush. But if you kind of see on daily, I'm going to go ahead and bring up a chart so you can see it. Let me see if I can flip this. And this is E-mini futures, and you could see we're kind of back in this channel here, right between 2786 and 2930. So really haven't moved anything. Your support level would probably be about 2747 to 50. I mean, could we get there on Monday? No, I think we get a relief rally. I wouldn't be surprised that we get that relief rally. So
I was telling my students this weekend, I said, look, we might get a little rally, maybe back up to 2880. That's that 100 there. And if you look at, the daily, right around there, that was the initial resistance. So maybe we get a rise to there, but we got to see what's there.
2886 would be your 100-day. Sure. I think we can get that rally, 50-point move on ES. We're going to get that relief rally. If you look at IG, which is that kind of betting spread broker thing, they have it. It's green. So that's where we are. I mean, guys, if you're an investor right now, you're not doing anything. You're not selling anything. If you want to buy something, that's fine. But start looking at the names that you really want to look at. Start making a list. I've been telling you guys, make a list of 5 stocks that you've been wanting to buy. I can give you 5 right now, very simple. I've said Verizon, I've said Microsoft, I've said Apple, I've said United Health, and I've said my last one was which one? I forget what was my last one. That was like a buy. Oh, SPY-G. I've been saying SPY-G. Always SPY-G. I even opened a secondary account just to buy SPY-G on Ally Invest, and I've been putting $250 a week, $300 a week in there. Just automatic pay. Automatically. Like it's kind of like a paycheck to myself. Yeah. And then the next thing too that I've been doing too is that I've been adding to my Bitcoin portfolio. So take a look at Bitcoin, guys. That's something that I've been buying, as you know, every week. I actually increased it. So that's what I'm looking at. Again, I just want to stay diversified. I bought some gold. I bought some Microsoft this week. I didn't buy some Apple, but I'm probably, if we tap that 200-day on Apple around 281, I would probably buy some more. Apple, you don't sell it. You just own it. You don't trade it. You just own it. So we leave it there. Yes, I am long BTC. Yes. And with that being said, let's answer some questions. Nick, you want to go ahead and throw some questions at me?
Yeah, sure. You got a ton here. All right.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
All right. So we got a question. Marky Mark, he says, how do you see the levels? Are you using the fibs? He says also, do I get the fib lines you're using on my screen? What is the time frame?
Well, they always change based on where you're looking at. So I go by the daily. And then if you go in the hourly, you'll see it's still on the daily. So I always use the daily personally.
Right. Yeah, the daily is good. The daily
is it gives me the whole deal. It gives me the whole perspective. Right. I trade on the hourly. I invest on the daily. Think of it that way.
The fibs are good, but remember, there's more to it than just fibs, right?
Yeah, don't depend on them. Don't depend on them. It's kind of like using GPS to get home. You don't need it, but maybe you'll get a back road to get home. So, I had a question here. Thoughts on XLF? It's funny. They were talking about that on Fast Money the other day.
Yeah.
And I'm actually long JP Morgan. So I like financials long term, but relatively to the S&P 500, they're actually weaker. But this isn't 2008. This isn't a financial crisis in that sense. I actually think financials are pretty cheap. If you want to buy some financials, there's a couple of names I like. I like Blackstone for the yield. I don't own any, but out of the big money center banks, the only 2 or 3 I actually like are JP Morgan, which I own. I don't own any Goldman Sachs. I do want to buy some, and Citigroup, and I don't own any Citigroup. So I'll be looking to buy some more. Is there another question there?
Yeah, so somebody's asking about Berkshire.
Berkshire. See. Oh, yeah, they had their weekend thing, yeah.
Berkshire saying selling airlines affect Boeing stock price.
Well, again, looking at Boeing, that's something that I was talking about, guys. There's 2 things that they did. They actually did a bond raise, which is I actually like because they're actually raising money the old-fashioned way, not getting bailed out. So that's a positive to me. And it was oversubscribed. If you want more information on bonds, take a look at our podcast, the second to last podcast on the G.A.R Capital podcast on Apple Podcasts and Spotify and the Anchor app. We talk about bonds and the bond salesman on the phone and all that jazz. And I think the next step for Boeing will be an equity offering, meaning they're going to offer more shares. And if you look at the 1-hour chart, and we talked about that, Nick, you and I, we talked about this wedge that we're seeing. I can bring it up here on the daily. We're actually kind of breaking out of it. So I'll bring it up on a 4-hour chart. It kind of looks better. So let me go ahead and mess with this thing. It's a pain in the ass. Let's look at the 4-hour chart. And you can see this wedge. And it's kind of starting to collapse there. And we're starting to break out of it. That's why I want everyone, if you want to take a look at this name, 145.75 is your level to break out of that wedge. If you do, then you can start targeting 188.18 longer term to buy the shares.
Right. So and if you look at Boeing from a historical point of view, you see this stock is so beaten down. And I know everybody thinks, oh, they should go to zero. They're not. They should get bailed out.
No, they're not.
Keep in mind, they make satellites. Okay, they're making satellites. They're making planes for they have contracts with the government. You think they're going away? I don't think so. So look, they just have earnings. You want to keep an eye on this name. You definitely want to keep an eye on this name. I think. Look, Boeing's a $300 stock all day. I think so. That's my personal opinion. So I think it's one to watch because they're not going anywhere. And, if you break 120, I know that you see 100, but above that, I mean, it's going to move soon. Well, I would keep an eye on Boeing.
There's a question that I got on our Discord channel for our investment club, and they're saying, wow, Buffett is selling all shares of airlines. That's crazy. What are my thoughts? Yeah. And let me make this perfectly clear. I hate to criticize billionaires that are smarter than me. Obviously, he knows a lot. I get it. But don't depend on Warren Buffett for everything you do. Do your own homework. So he thinks that no one will ever fly again or for the next 3 to 4 years. Do you think that? I don't think that. I still think people, in Miami, they just opened the marinas. There was a line 3 hours long just for boats to get in. So there is a clamor of demand to get out of the freaking house. So I only own one airline, and that's Delta Airlines. I only own one. It's my smallest position in my portfolio. It's very, very speculative. If I lost it all, I'll live. But I'm just saying, airlines are not going anywhere, guys. People still have to travel. Now, keep in mind, Berkshire Hathaway. We love Warren Buffett. We get it. We know his investment style. Very conservative, long-term. We get it. But he's been investing since, the 70s?
Right.
So, 60s, 50s? Again, he missed the boat on Amazon. He missed the boat on Microsoft. He missed the boat on Domino's Pizza, if you want to go there. He just barely got into Apple. I mean, there's a lot of companies that he never got into that soared, that were great companies. He never got into the big tech boom. He got into he was in banks during the crash. So I'm not saying he doesn't know what he's talking about, obviously, but for his risk portfolio and for his shareholders, airlines don't make sense. Does that mean that you cannot own airlines? No, of course you can. The question is, you would have to look at a broader picture. Which airlines, in your opinion, could A, acquire other airlines, or B, stand the test of time with their routes and their pricing power and their labor? That's kind of the big thing you want to look at. So with that being said, there's probably three I like. American Airlines, because they've been bankrupt before and they bounced back. So I kind of like the fact that they've been here before. They're not new. Yeah. Second is Southwest. Southwest is actually managed very, very well. They have pretty decent routes and they've been growing. Now, obviously, we know where they've been, but they're a low-cost airline and they have just one fleet of jets, the 737s, right? We know the 737 MAX issue. And Delta I like because of their routes too. And Delta, just in December, were giving out raises or bonuses to their employees. So they obviously have a decent cash position. So they can always raise more equity into their company. Anyone else, I'm not a huge fan. I'm not a huge fan of JetBlue. I'm not a huge fan of United. I'd rather be in just those three. I own Delta. I don't own any other one. Just keep in mind, guys, if you're investing to the airlines, keep in mind you're investing for a long time and you're going to get some nice pullbacks. So again, if you're going to see some drawdowns and you're comfortable with that, by all means, go for it. But those are the only three that I would want to get into. Now, there's a question there on casinos. Casinos are a whole different ballgame. I think this COVID thing has maybe changed the mindset of a lot of people with personal finance. I think a lot of people are going to be more savers than they're going to be more spenders. So, you know, kind of the malls are going to take a hit. Casinos, remember, that's discretionary spending. So anything that's discretionary, travel will kind of move away because you still have business travelers and you know, Christmas time, Thanksgiving, people are still going to travel, right? I hope so. But casinos, man, that's really discretionary. People gambling their money. I mean, you're going to see a lot of big business guys who usually gamble, they're probably not going to. And I love casinos, man. You know that. I love the one. Best buffet in Vegas, right? That's my favorite. And I would love, I mean, I'm waiting for this COVID thing to go down so we can do, you know, and do a G.A.R Capital kind of meetup in Vegas, where we can all get together and meet each other, shake hands. But we need shit to open, right? To do that. So, I mean, do I want to own any casinos? I wouldn't, because they're not essential in a sense. So, I mean, is it a vice? Yes, it is. There's another question. Lululemon. No, Lululemon is not overvalued. I own shares. I told our investment group to get in. They're up 20% since I told them to get in. And I like them long term, big time. They have a great online presence and they have a great brand. So they're not overvalued. I like them.
Somebody's talking Disney earnings.
Disney earnings, you got to understand the parks are closed. Movie theaters are closed. So that's a big revenue hit. Are they going to open one day? Yes. Yeah. Do I think they open this year? Yes. If you want to get into Disney, wait for the quarter and then get it. Let's see what they say. But Disney is a brand. You have to understand, they're not going anywhere. They're not going to go anywhere. Yes, the parks are going to be closed, but they are saving a lot of labor costs too. It takes a lot of money to run those parks. So kind of a look at that way too. Space. Okay, I own Space long term. I have 100 shares, not a lot, but again, I own it long term. Again, it's a complete speculative name. I mean, we know the issues with Richard Branson, but they can always be bought out. And we know that Jeff Bezos has been looking into space travel or what have you, and so has Elon Musk. But Elon Musk is a whole different story with SpaceX. But I like space long term. There's another. Go ahead and give me another question. What you got? Rapid fire. Let's give it to me.
Yeah, rapid fire. So thoughts on the win? Again, touching back on casinos.
Casinos, yeah. Yeah, same thing. Let's see. And am I bullish on Coke? I mean, I'm just drinking a soda. Please don't think this is a stock recommendation.
So somebody's asking about letting a winner run. You need to have a target. Like
have your target. If you want to have a winner run, I would say, you know what's a really good rule of thumb? 80%, because that doubles your 40%.
Right.
One says Coke versus Pepsi. I like Pepsi. I own Pepsi because they have Frito-Lay.
XOM, CVX.
I own both. Yes. Again, there's going to be demand for oil when all this stuff ends, and they're probably the two best positioned because they're the more mega conglomerates and refiners, and they can scoop up the smaller boys. The only thing is that Exxon did kind of miss the fracking stuff, and they missed the shale boom is what I'm trying to say. What else we got?
Right. Somebody's saying, do you think a pullback is possible? Of course it is.
Well, we just got one. This is a pullback, and of course it is. I mean, guys, even if we were in a bull market, let's say if we called it a bull market, right? You're going to get a pullback no matter what. Stocks don't go straight up, guys. It doesn't exist. You'll get stairs, but then you'll get those pullbacks. Pullbacks for you guys are opportunities to buy. There's stocks on sale. That's all you see it.
It's true. It's true. Thoughts on Beyond Meat?
Beyond Meat, we're actually having a food inflation issue. I would stay away from any kind of food processing.
Right.
I would honestly
report this week too.
Say what?
They report this week, I think.
I would stay away.
Yeah, stay away.
Yeah, no.
You can trade it, but to own it?
No, I wouldn't own it. Trade it, yeah. I mean, you can trade it all day, but it gets pricey. It gets pricey. Oh, you're drinking, what kind of wine are you drinking there? Merlot?
You know, this is Cabernet. Cabernet.
Oh, Cabernet, okay. All right, so next question, what you got?
Okay, Roku.
Roku I own, and I own it long term. And of course, we know they're an at-home company. They're one of those, stay-at-home economy sort of things. I'm very bullish on Roku. And again, it's not about how they report, it's how the stock reacts. Apple knocked it out of the park. Yeah, Microsoft knocked it out of the park, and it fell. Yeah. So I wouldn't want to play it. I played AMD. We told our members to close it at 50 if they wanted, and I held it for a risk. And what happened? It fell. So I ate that shit sandwich, and I like AMD. I actually bought more shares of AMD.
Somebody's talking Shopify. I love Shopify. I'll tell you right now.
So real quick, Roku, I'm bullish. I'm bullish on Roku. If you want to buy it ahead of earnings, that's fine. Just wait. Just be careful on a pullback. If you want to trade Roku, let me take a look at Roku together. Let me go ahead and bring it up. Yeah, Roku kind of fell with the market. I mean, it tapped that support level of 112. Let's see if we retake that 100, and the 100 and 200 are crossing over. So on the 100, on the 1 hour, so 122.38 is probably that next resistance. I may buy more shares after earnings, but it's a volatile one. It's momentum. Momentum's the first to get hit in a market drop.
It's true. It's true.
Shopify is another one that's an at-home economies thing. Yes. I like Shopify long-term. It's run up a lot. So this is like an Amazon. And I said this to a lot of people. Yes. When it runs up into earnings, sell it before earnings.
Right.
So if you want to ring the register on Shopify, it's the time to do it now.
Do it now.
And get back in at a better price.
Do it now. Because that thing's running up. I mean, look at it. It's a great stock. I love it.
It's a great stock. I would say take profits if you want on Shopify and get it on a cheaper price. Because it's going to fall. Baba, let me see Alibaba. I own shares in Alibaba, and Alibaba took a dump. I mean, you see it. Think about it. Everything in the market fell. There's a gap to fill if you want to look at it. It's right around 190.55, but it bounced at that support level, guys, of 192.88. There's another gap to fill to the upside right around 200. Maybe target 200 to break, and then you can add some more shares.
Right. And also remember, Trump and his tariffs.
That's a big one.
What did he say about Chinese?
Anything China, yeah. We know the China names: Caterpillar, Win, Alibaba, Apple. Those guys, they're heavy in China, so you got to be very careful because if you start sweetening the storm, you're gonna take a hit. There's two people in this world that could move the stock market. It's Elon Musk and Donald Trump. Those are the two guys on Twitter. They have the strongest Twitter accounts in history.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I got one for you.
Go for it.
You ready for it?
Yes.
Okay, somebody's saying you're going to play puts on Shopify then. No.
Too expensive.
We're not. Yeah, first of all, that's gambling. You rather play the reaction. Play the reaction.
If you want to spend that much money on an option, I'd rather just buy the stock.
Right, you might as well.
Just buy the stock. That's the case. Okay. Just own it. Just own it, and then if you hate it, you sell it, and you lose a little bit. But, I mean, options and earnings, they're very binary. They're just you either hit it or you don't. So, yeah.
All right, somebody's talking about Tilray, so pot stocks.
CGC moved up after hours on Friday. I saw that. I don't own any pot stocks. I don't, because they're the first ones to go down because it's momentum, like we've been saying.
Right.
So be very careful. I would not own pot stocks here until the economy booms. The good news is that if the economy does fall even more, I think they'd also add a little bit of pressure to Congress to maybe pass legalization as another tax income. So, that's kind of a benefit.
It's true. Now, what about
Pinterest? I don't own Pinterest. No, I would stay away from Pinterest. CCL, cruise lines. I think everyone knows my opinion on cruise lines. Stay away. Stay away from cruise lines of the petri dish that is a floating boat.
Right.
I would stay away, get away from cruise lines, guys. Stay away. I'd rather be in airlines. If you want to get into more of the travel and leisure, airlines provide more utility than a cruise line. First, rental car companies are taking a hit with business travel, guys. Keep in mind, especially, they were taking a hit when Uber came out. So imagine now. I would stay away from rental cars.
Right.
What else you got? And, they're asking about what do I smoke. This is vape. It's called Cali bars and mango nectar. I mean,
Oh, you gave me one of those. They're
yeah,
good.
they're great, right? They're
Great.
disposable. I used to smoke Juul. I mean, guys, the way I deal with the chats, man, this is a necessity. It's a necessity to deal with it. So it's a
Now,
pain.
what about oh my goodness, we got so many questions here. So now
Oh, I
let's
love it. Yeah,
the
I love it.
chips. So now they want to know the chips. So what do you think? AMD, great report. Guidance, not so hot.
AMD was an amazing report. I bought some more shares. It fell a little bit. I'm going to be adding to AMD. I'm going to be adding to NVIDIA on weakness. 5G
Right.
and what is it called? Autonomous vehicles. AMD is going to add the chips for the new PlayStation and Xbox, guys. Holiday season is coming.
Right.
AMD is a buy. NVIDIA is a buy. Micron is not a buy. Skyworks Solutions is a buy. They report Monday. I would wait for the report. Huh?
Someone said NVIDIA. I love NVIDIA.
I love NVIDIA. Absolutely. I love NVIDIA and I love AMD. Those are the two stocks, the chips that I both own.
Because NVIDIA has cash to weather the storm, right?
And they provide a dividend. Yeah, the
right,
cash position of NVIDIA and AMD have amazing CEOs and management. They're going to weather the storm. I like them both.
Yeah.
Moderna reports on Thursday, so be very careful. This is an arms race for the vaccine or for the cocktail. It really is placing your bet on the right horse. If I had to place a bet on the right horse, it's probably Gilead, if I had to pick. But again, it's a shot in the dark. Unless I have inside information, I don't. Sorry.
Gold, bullish gold. Very bullish.
Bullish gold. I bought a gold coin, actually. My first 1 ounce coin. I can show it to you if you guys want. I'll show it to you. Give me a second. I'll show it to you.
Let's see. Intel. Oh, hey, Joe. That's Joey. Hey, Joey. Intel about to drop a bomb on AMD.
Say what?
Oh, just a comment. I'm reading over here. Intel.
What about it?
Somebody's talking about Intel, saying they're going to drop a bomb on AMD.
So this is a 1 ounce gold coin, 2020. I bought it on atmex.com. Feel free to buy some. I like gold. Again, it's more of just, just having it. I'm not going to sell it or anything, but it's good to have in your portfolio. I think I have about $5,000 in precious metals in my portfolio, not including Barrick Gold, which is the miners, and they report this week. And I mean, it's good to have some, guys. I mean, I'm not saying, sell everything and just buy gold. That's not what I'm saying. But it's good to have a little bit of some diversification. This is my first platinum coin that I bought. This is a platinum coin. This is 1 ounce. This costs about $600. But again, it's just more of a collectible thing. So, I mean, whatever.
I like this. I love it. We got a good question. So this is a good one. I like this. It's educational. Okay, so somebody said, thoughts on TLT if things head south. So keep in mind, right before we had this meltdown in March, what happened to TLT? If you're a trader, you know that bonds were breaking out right before everything hit the fan. So you want to keep an eye on bonds. Bonds right now, of course, we saw last week, they dipped a little bit because of the rally that we had. But keep an eye on bonds. It's very, very interesting. We also have to keep an eye on the VIX. You want to see what the VIX is doing. But bonds, I want to see. They just made a new high.
I actually think bonds are overbought.
Yeah.
Keep in mind, who's the biggest buyer of bonds right now? It's the Fed. If you take away the Fed, there really isn't much activity on bonds. After the sell-off that we had on Friday, about 622 points in the Dow, bond yields barely fell. So if you think about it, let's look at the longer-term picture on S&P this week. It's actually positive this week, 0.22% in a sense. So, I mean, yeah, you had a fall in May. So what? So if you're going to react after every little fall, guys, you're going to lose your mind. I mean, I'm not saying put city. I think if we start getting some more tariff talk, sure, we can start short. Guys, I'm not against shorting stocks. If you were with us during the COVID thing, I was machine gunning puts all day from the high to the downside. So I loved it. So I didn't mind it. I mean, listen, elevator down for stocks. If we fall, I'm writing puts all day. No problem. But if we go back up and we get chopped, then that's going to happen.
Right.
Someone asked about oil. Oil, guys, in my opinion, I think we hit the bottom. I think we're going to get back up. Crude oil is at 4.5%. That's why I like CVX. XOM, I'm up about 5% on both, and I'm holding them. So again, if you want to buy some CVX and some XOM, I'm with it. I would not trade crude oil. They're very expensive. They increase the margin. You can lose your ass really fast. Be very careful. Don't buy USO. USO is all contracts. Stay away.
Yeah, stay away from that thing. Oh,
Don't do it. I bought one contract of USO for 2022 just as a freaking hedge, and I'm red on it. Whatever. But yeah, that's where we are. Okay, what's the next question? We only have about 10 more minutes. If not, it won't let me save this recording.
Are
So
you guys live
this
during
will be
trading
recorded. This will be recorded for YouTube. So if you miss anything, we got you. Go ahead. Let's rapid fire.
Okay. Somebody's talking about are you guys live during trading hours? Yes. Not on live on the radio.
No,
of course.
On the radio, yeah. On our Discord channel, yes. So we're live on the radio when we can. I mean, obviously we're watching the markets on the chat room, but I'm more on the G.A.R news channel, giving people levels to look at and then to see what they got to see. And I put charts up there and I start talking about markets.
Okay.
So
Visa.
Visa, I love long term. I own it. I know.
Nike.
No, Visa, Nike. I do own long term. I do own it. Sorry.
Nike,
I own long term. I like it. It's a buy. The valuation is a little stretched, but I like it.
All right, what else? Amazon. Again, we touched upon that with Shopify.
Yes, I would. Amazon, I would wait. If you're looking to buy into Amazon, let me give you a level to look at. You can set up your alerts if you want to buy some. Amazon, wait for 2,200 and pull the trigger. Don't go all in. If not, if it's too expensive, guys, just buy QQQ or SpyG because it's part of it.
Right.
Is that included in the premium? Yes, G.A.R News Channel is part of premium. It's included. There's no price increase. I've got a lot of questions on that. We're not increasing our prices. No, we're keeping it as is. Ferrari, people have asked about Ferrari. Guys, no one is really going to buy a Ferrari what's going on now. So I'd be wary on Ferrari. I would be wary on any car company. I mean, I love Tesla. Now I do. I mean, I remember I was really against it until Anthony convinced me. But that's the only car company I own is Tesla. To me, Tesla is more of a technology. No, G.A.R news channel is not part of basic.
Okay, somebody's asking about tankers. I keep seeing tankers.
What about them?
Yeah, exactly.
They're holding on to oil,
UPS. So. FedEx UPS. Ooh, that's an interesting one.
FedEx UPS. The only thing is that Amazon's taking market share from them. That was their biggest customer. So I would stay away.
Stay away.
Drug companies. On the only one I like is Gilead. I own Pfizer, but Gilead, if you're looking for that arms race of who's going to win, Remdesivir, I like Remdesivir. They've said a lot of good things about him. Right. Again, guys, it really is a gamble. I don't own Gilead, but I mean, that's one to look at.
Right. Then you have Abbott and mRNA,
Yeah, it really is just an arms race to see who gets it.
Let's see what else. Beyond Meat, stay away. Personally, I don't like that.
Someone asked about retail, and I said this. I took this from Jim Cramer, who I love to death.
Yeah.
Costco, Home Depot, Amazon, Target, Walmart. Those are your five. Let me say it again. Amazon, Target, Home Depot, Walmart, and Costco. Those are your five. Those are the only ones I would stay with.
Zoom. That's interesting. All right.
Zoom, no. Zoom, stay away. I think we fall more. I mean, you have Google, Facebook, and Microsoft have their own services. They're going to take away market share, and Zoom lied about their user base. So I want to stay away from companies like that.
That's a great question. Just curious, what stocks move IWM the most?
Small cap, regional banks.
Yep, there you go.
Regional banks move it the most.
I got $600. What should I put it into?
$600 to buy SpyG.
SpyG.
Yeah, don't buy it all at once. Buy $200 blocks.
Pfizer,
I own it. Yes, long term. Love it.
Own it. Long term. Do you guys have a Telegram? Telegram?
No. We have Discord.
DHT.
I feel like I'm playing the $100,000 pyramid. I don't know if anyone watched that show growing up. Like he's telling me something and I'm saying something back. Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh yeah.
We got a couple more minutes. Go ahead.
Okay. Tesla. We talked about Tesla.
Yeah, we did.
Nordstrom.
No, stay away. They're gonna go bankrupt. Nordstrom and Saks are on the brink of bankruptcy. Get away. Stay the hell away. Don't get cute.
We talked about space. Speculative.
Yeah.
Starbucks. Spoke about.
Starbucks. No, we haven't. I own it long term.
I
have not added to my position on Starbucks. No, but I like them long term.
Okay, J&J, Johnson & Johnson.
I love them long term. Incredible balance sheet, AAA balance sheet. You own it.
I love BABA, but at this time, I love BABA. I think they're a great company, and I know Carlos feels the same way.
Tons of cash flow, great balance sheet, love them.
But at the same time,
headline risk.
Yeah.
Next.
Procter & Gamble.
Yes. I don't own any. I own Colgate Palmolive instead. It's just that it's cheaper in regards to PE ratio. But Procter and Gamble is you own it home run.
Right. Nvidia, love it. Bullish,
Bullish.
love it, love it.
RTX, yes. Raytheon, I own it. Visa,
GE.
Mastercard, I own Visa. I don't own GE. I don't like GE. Next.
We already Nvidia, great. Fang,
Yes.
Fang. What do you
Fang
mean?
names? The Fang names? Yes.
Yeah.
PayPal, I don't own PayPal. That's another financial / tech. So again, financials, I've only said 3 I like is Citi, Goldman Sachs, BlackRock, and it's 4, and then JP Morgan, which I own.
Wells Fargo, no.
Favorite index fund, SPY-G. Yes.
Right. If you want to own a bank,
Like, but I don't own it. I used to own it and I sold it. Go ahead.
Somebody's talking about Wells Fargo. I said there's better banks to own. Stay away.
JP Morgan's better than them.
Let's see what else. Facebook.
What moves QQQ?
Thoughts? I mean, they had a great
Amazon.
beat.
QQQ. What moves QQQ is Amazon, Apple, Microsoft, and Visa. Visa's part of it. The big tech companies, they move it. And
Yep.
Facebook too.
Snap.
Facebook, I like Facebook long term.
Somebody's talking about Snap. I mean,
No, I don't like Snap at all. TikTok
CCC,
is going to take market share from them. TikTok is actually getting more traction than Snapchat, so I would stay away.
SPY-G.
With 5G, you hold forever. Yes.
Yes.
No, I don't have children. BLK, I don't know what BLK is. Lyft, I own it. Be careful. Starbucks, I own it. Long term, yes. Favorite
Lyft.
color, green, baby. I like blue.
Oh wait, we discussed.
VA 145.75. That's what you want.
Airlines we
stock,
talked about.
Delta, we held it. SPY-G is a long-term hold. Yes, I even dollar cost average it.
Carlos loves UNH. He loves them.
Don't you get started with me on UNH. I love UNH. If I buy SPY-G long-term, yes. You're welcome.
Coca-Cola.
Yeah, they have a good dividend. Yeah, I'd rather own Cisco. I'd rather own Pepsi.
Plug. Remember we played Plug that one time?
We've traded Plug. Don't own it.
Yeah, you could trade it.
You can trade it. Pets, no, I don't own pets. Pepsi, yes. Long-term, because they have free delay. Supreme, I don't think Supreme's a stock. Ford, stay away. I know you got Ford free on Robinhood. That's why everyone asks about Ford. So don't even give me that.
Carlos hates American cars. He hates them.
QQQ is diversified, yes. I have TQQQ, which is triple leverage QQQ, because I'm bullish on tech, so I own it.
Biotech, speculative.
If you're going to get into biotech, you know what? Here's something better. If you want to play the vaccine race of the COVID virus, buy IBB, which is the ETF for biotech. I'd rather you buy IBB, so you're a little more diversified.
Right, so you're covered.
Apple, oh, you own that long term. MU, no. Don't own MU.
Somebody's Nokia. Interesting.
It's not interesting. No, it's not interesting. You want handsets? Apple. Stay with
Apple. Okay.
Twitter. No. I would stay with. No, Twitter has issues with advertising. I'd rather stay with Facebook. All right, so we're gonna end it there, guys. It's not. It won't let me. It won't let me save this.
Wow, we've been on here an hour almost.
Almost. All right, guys, we'll leave it there. I'm gonna post this on YouTube. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you.
Abbott. Last one. Abbott.
Again, it's another tech company. I mean, it's another biotech. IBB. Let's get into IBB.
All right, guys.
All right, guys. We'll leave it there. Have a great rest of your weekend. Sunday, I'll catch you, premium members and students, for our weekly video. And Monday is a brand new month. How excellent is that? We're going to start it off right. We're going to make some money, and no more moving crap, right? I'm so excited.
You're done. Now you're settled, right?
Yes. I never want to leave my office again, Nick, ever. I hate it. When I'm in the car, the market's moving. I hate it. So we'll leave it at that. And if anyone, have any questions, feel free to email us or DM us. We'd love to have you on board. And if not, more great things are coming. We'd love to have you on our YouTube channel, guys. Even if you don't sign up for any of our stuff, I'll still give you some really great pointers and advice, as always. I don't want you to feel that you have to buy anything to be a part of the team. You can be GAR team with us all day.
You get the news from us.
You get the news, man. It's all good. If this helps you, great. If you hate us, fine. We love you anyways.
Yeah.
So we'll leave it there. Guys. All right. Have a great one, guys. And Nick, I'll talk to you later. We'll play some COD.
All right. See you guys.
I'll let you, man.
All right.
Guys.